most of the students struggle a lot to cross even 300, and according to you, why that basically happens?
This is actually because of a myth which the surrounding system have made, that just by mugging we can get in a biology, and that's where exactly student, even after having a good preparation, get stuck at 300 out of 360. So where is that another 60 marks? These another 60 marks lies in a conceptual understanding.
When a student reads an NCERT book, they read it like a storybook, honestly. So how exactly they have to read the NCERT?
NCERT have very in-depth points. If you are reading NCERT, you should go through the diagrams very properly. Parallel to that, you make your own separate notes. If you really want to understand that, then you do the extractions of that particular paragraph in your own words.
So how exactly to score 360 out of 360 in biology?
I personally say that you will get 360 out of 360 if you are able to interconnect the topics.
What are the type of errors that you can see basically in biology?
The most common mistake which I'll do is of the silly mistakes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Candid Talks with Mentors, where we keep things real, relatable, and absolutely going to help students who are navigating their preparation through the whirlwind of competitive examination. Today's episode is something very specially for NEET aspirants struggling with questions like how do I have to revise biology, and how many mock tests are basically enough to take it up, or is my scores not going really good enough? Then what exactly to do? To answer all your questions, we are joined by an expert zoology faculty and the center head of Alan Hubli, Mr. Mahendra Dewasi Sir. He has guided thousands of students from chaos of preparation to success as well. Today, we are going to discuss about strategies and NCERT revision, mock test productivity, and the mindset needed to perform really well. So with no more delay, let's get started to the video. So thank you so much for joining us here. It's been a great pleasure having you over here.
Thank you ma'am for calling.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, before we begin with, tell us a little bit about yourself or your childhood, or what sort of student were you exactly?
So I would like to say I am a student from Hindi medium.
Okay.
I am basically from Jodhpur, Rajasthan.
Okay.
So up to 12th class, I read in Hindi medium school, and then I came back to Allen. In 2005, I was a student of Allen for 2 years.
Okay.
And then after that, even me myself prepared for 2 years NEET repeater. So
Okay.
I can understand the psychology of a NEET repeater or the NEET student. Then 2007 onwards, I did my graduation in Bangalore University, post-graduation from Vellore Institute of Technology. As a research scholar, I worked in a NCBS, National
Okay.
Center for Biological Sciences.
Okay.
And then in 2015, 1st January 2015, I joined Allen Bangalore.
Okay, okay. So how was your journey as a teacher basically began, and what basically inspired you to become a teacher? Exactly.
When 2015, we went to Kota, the same time Allen Bangalore started. So Mahendra Sir told us that you come to Bangalore, and then it was the initial phase of Allen Bangalore.
Right.
So around 8 centers we had, and we all tried our best to slowly settle into one places, and then with the time what we see Allen today is.
Right. So how is your journey at Allen going on right now, sir?
Under the guidance of Mahendra Sir, it is going absolutely very fine.
Okay.
We have very dynamic leader.
Right.
So from 8.5 years, I worked as a pure zoology faculty,
Right.
and by heart I am still a teacher.
Okay.
I presently also take the 2 to 3 classes per day.
Right.
2 years back, Sir has given me Hubli Center.
Okay.
So we are trying that the flavor of Allen Kota, the flavor of Allen Bangalore for the people of North Karnataka.
Right. That's absolutely good, not only in Bangalore, but as well in North Karnataka as well. And coming to a student's perspective right now, specifically about NEET student, they often hear that NEET biology is the scoring section in the NEET exam. But we feel most of the students struggle a lot to cross even 300. And according to you, why that basically happens?
This is actually because of a myth which the surrounding system have made, that just by mugging we can get in a biology, and that's where exactly a student, even after having a good preparation, gets stuck at 300 out of 360. So where is that another 60 marks? These another 60 marks lies in a conceptual understanding.
Right.
So we personally believes that just mugging up the NCERT is not the correct way.
Right.
If you really want to score out of out, which we have produced, like in the time past my 10 years of experience, when I see, we have seen students who have very good conceptual understanding.
Right.
They did much more well as compared to
Right.
the people who just mug up the
Right.
biology.
Right. So, according to you, since we were talking about rote memorization, is NEET biology more about concepts, or is it more about revision and memory as well?
It is actually the balance part of multiple things.
Right.
First thing still lies at the concept. If we go through NCERT at multiple place, they play some question
Right.
that if this thing has to happen, then what after that?
Right.
So it means they are throwing one question into your mind.
Right.
But what we are doing in today's era is that we are just leaving that questions and going ahead.
Right.
So that is what we call as mugging.
Right.
If we can get the answer of that, then it's called as conceptual learning.
Right.
So it's there. First thing is 100% the concept learning.
Right.
Once you have understood the concept, the 80% part of your biology has been covered.
Right.
Still, if we talk about the memory part, yes, biology is the full of examples.
Right.
So we have to go through those. We have to memorize these names because these are the Greek or Latin word.
Right.
So obviously they are not the normal words which we see in our normal like day to routine life.
Right.
So when they are new name, so we remember them. But still, every name have their own meaning. If we try to understand those meaning of those particular words, then maybe with the time it becomes very easy for understanding even those words
Right.
also.
Right.
And those examples which we say is that we have to memorize, obviously we have to memorize, but why can't we mix these words, these examples with our concepts? If both get mixed, then we are able to get the 360 out of 360,
60.
and which we are even getting. Many of my students has got
Right,
360 out of
right,
360. So
right.
it is because of the combination of memorizations
Right.
plus balanced concept knowledge.
Right. So also when it comes to NEET perspective, we see, being a biology teacher as well, most of the student underestimate biology because it's theoretical part basically. So do you ever think that is basically a biggest mistake that a student does?
Yeah, actually biology should not be considered very light.
Right.
Because first of all, it take the 50% of overall weightage. And when everyone is saying that we can do the biology by our own, so those people who are understanding the biology
Right.
will get additionally 20 to 30 marks as compared to the people who are just reading it.
Right.
So in that cases, the people who are clearly understanding the biology and having very perfect knowledge of the biology, they will be much more able to tackle the questions, or especially the tough questions they can easily handle.
Right.
So those people who just think about normally will mug up. So if the question is straightforward, it's fine. But if the question have slightly one tricky format, they will get stuck.
Right.
So that's where exactly the expertise matter. That's where exactly the conceptual knowledge matter.
Right. And also, most of the mentors usually says NCRT is enough. You don't have to go beyond at times. But what does using NCRT properly means to you, sir?
First of all, this point, up to 95%, it's fine that
Right.
the answer of the questions lies in NCERT.
Right.
But there are many exceptions
Right.
which has been provided by NTA. Even if you see last year's paper, or if you see about the NEET 2016 paper.
Right.
In NEET 2016, one question came that they asked the palindromic sequence of ECO R5.
Right.
So ECO R5 sequence was not there in NCERT only.
Right.
So in that cases, if you are not with the conceptual thoroughly, then you have to leave those questions.
Right.
So it's better to have a pure, like, more than mugging or marks, better if we stuck to the gaining the knowledge,
Right.
then both the problems will be solved.
Right. And also, when a student reads an NCERT book, specifically for biology in terms of botany or zoology, they read it like a storybook, honestly. So, how exactly they have to read the NCERT and understand deeply?
If we talk about the understanding the NCERT, so from the child's perspective, NCERT is just a, like, as you told, it's a storybook,
Right.
or maybe it's just a like normal one book is there which we
Right.
are reading, but it's not like that. NCERT have very very in-depth points. If you are reading NCERT, you should go through the diagrams very properly.
Right.
You should, when you are like reading 1 or 2 pages of NCERT, parallel to that you make your own separate notes. So what it's because NCERT is writing in a very very public manner, or in
Right.
very very normal, so that every child
Right.
who are sitting at the last corner of a village should understand. But if you really want to understand that, then you take out the do the extractions of that particular paragraph in your own words.
Right.
Then you will get to know that what additionally we can add into that,
Right.
what additional information was needed to understand this concept.
Right.
And if we really get answer of all those,
Right.
then we will be perfect with those topics.
Right. And also, so we've been seeing the trends from NTA's paper that they don't ask questions when we talk in case of a particular chapter or a unit. They do ask questions based on summaries and prefaces, questions that are taken from the figures as well as beneath the figure, which they have mentioned it as schematic representations or so. So, how exactly that is important to actually look on to things that are extremely going to come for their examination?
Yeah, like this is true point that the NTA people or any examination authority, they do not take directly question only from the NCERT core chapter.
Right.
They can take from summary part, they can take from some practical books.
Right.
So we should go through each point
Right.
very very carefully, and we should interrelate these topics.
Right.
That what sometimes the child is doing that in the preface of one particular chapter, one scientist knowledge has been
Right.
given, but that we do not want to see because we are going to read the chapter itself
Right.
only.
Right.
But that's a mistake.
Right.
At the same time, the child has read complete NCERT book, but he has not gone into summary because he is considering it is the same. No. NCERT again have some additional points
Right.
or much more abstracted form.
Right.
So we should go for all those. We should do the MCQs, the simple 1 or 2 marks questions given back of the each chapter.
Right.
Then only if I say one point that if you have seen LN modules,
Right.
LN module have 3 exercises,
Right.
excluding the beginners boxes.
Right.
Exercise number 3 is the NCERT based questions. But if you ask most of the students, either from LN or from non-LN, so if you ask them which exercise is most toughest,
Okay.
then answer goes that exercise number 3.
Right.
So that is what actually the NCERT.
Right.
Actually NCERT, I personally feel that as much we read NCERT still is a discoverable.
Right. Right. True.
So
Actually,
that's
it
the
is.
point actually.
And also, students tend to have this question in their mind: how many times do I have to read NCERT before the NEET examination?
I personally suggest that after having in-depth study throughout year, just before the exam, if we go for 3 times,
Right.
maximum 3 times, 2 to 3 times, if we go for a revision of the NCERT thoroughly, I think it is more than sufficient.
Okay. Okay. Even after reading NCERT multiple times, we feel at times students forget lines in the examination. And why does that basically happen, sir?
So yes, this is actually the point which even I would like to take, that when the child have one mindset that NTA will ask or examination authority will ask directly from the line to line,
Right.
that's why child is also mugging each line.
Right.
But the thing is that if I say like to one particular public person that you have a newspaper, and read the every line of a newspaper
Right.
and mug up the same way. So answer is that you still have that trend that maybe I will forget something. The same thing happens with respect to any book, and the same even goes to the NCERT.
Right.
When we are only trying to mug up the NCERT each line, then we also have tend to forget that.
Right.
So better if you understand the concept
Right.
from the each line, then we may not miss any points.
Right.
So I advise children that read NCERT after having the complete knowledge. Once you get the complete knowledge of that topic, and then go through the NCERT, you will understand the importance of NCERT.
Right, right. And also on the other hand, we see a lot of students just read NCERT book and never solves question at all. So what should be the right balance between theoretical reading as well as solving MCQs?
If any child is reading only theory, then I would say that they may score good score better, but they still cannot perform the best.
Right.
So that is, but this in biology, or especially in terms of NTA examination, this between the better and best, lot of ranks goes.
Right.
You may reach from the aims to the regional colleges.
Right.
So what is that difference? This difference is because you are continuously reading the NCERT book again and again, and you are again keeping in your mind that maybe I have forgot some point.
Right.
But if you will solve the questions, solving the questions gives you one confidence
Right.
that I know the concept.
Right.
So as much as questions you can solve, the more you will have confidence over the topics.
Right.
Like if I say one thing, you have finished around 200, 250, 300 questions over one particular topic, it means almost you would have touched the every line of NCERT.
Right.
So, but if you read only NCERT line, again you have the same issues that I will forget.
Right.
So it's better that you attempt more and more questions. As much as you will attempt, the more you will get clarified with respect to your points.
Right. And also, so we come across students who tend to write long notes instead of solving question as well. And according to you, writing a long notes and taking a lot of time for doing it, is it really worth it?
From board perspective, it's okay to get the good marks in the board percentage wise.
Right.
But when we talk with the perspective of a NEET, then if you, some students have this habit that they will write every line
Right.
how it is written in NCERT.
Right.
But that is not needed. We have certain way based on where you stand. If you are in 11th class or 12th class, or you are taking 1 year medical repeater.
Right.
If you are in a 11th class, then I would like to suggest that go through the one complete topic, read it from your teachers, and after that make one summary of your complete chapter.
Right.
In your own format. It may be the flow charts, it may be the diagrams, so that when you will reach nearby the NEET exam, when you cannot read the too much of notes, NCERT, these quick notes will help you to go through the complete chapter.
Right. Right.
If you are in a repeater batch, then I would like to suggest that everyday basis itself only, because in the repeater batch almost around 5 to 6 lectures one
Right.
chapter get over.
Right.
So at least every 2 to 3 days you should summarize the whatever you have read.
Right.
So in that cases, by the end of 6 or 7 days, you will have the summary of a one particular chapter,
Right.
and it will really help you to attempt the questions well.
Right.
Because it is more important that you attempt the questions
Right.
rather than re-attempt more and more theory parts.
Right.
So you just go through these notes and go jump to the questions.
Right.
Again and again you do more questions, you'll become perfect over that.
Right.
And then you will find out where is the mistake. If you know the mistake, then read that particular subtopic, not the complete chapter.
Right. So apart from a repeater student who have an ample amount of time, so they can go in for their short notes in a different way. But when it comes to students who are in 11th or 12th, obviously they have a problem of balancing their school along with their competitive exam itself. For them, do you suggest whether to write a short note from day one or maybe during a revision time exactly?
It's up to them, how quickly they take it. If some are slow learner, then we should suggest that on everyday basis only you make it
Right.
your own particular summary format of the whatever you wrote, and make separate notebook.
Right.
Today what we taught, you write in a summary format in the form of diagram
Right.
or anything. If you are a very quick learner, then allow the complete topic to get over,
Right.
because once you read the complete topic, you are able to interconnect the subtopics,
Right.
and then you will make the summary, then you will make it in much more proper format,
Right.
and you can relate the topics.
Right. When it comes to exam strategies, or on the day of the exam, when they look in for a particular question, they need to solve it accurately. At the same time, they have to choose the questions wisely. But before going in for this, what are the sort of questions that they tend to get in biology so that they can attempt? We feel a lot of students go in for assertion and statement based question in the initial days itself, but they don't concentrate on the basic questions. So, what is your perspective about that, sir?
Even like I have observed from the like many years, and it's my like personal observation also, that many times we feel, and especially the child who is really doing very sincerely,
Right.
they become so sincere that if you give them a statement, they will 100% do correct.
Right.
But where they do mistake, they do mistakes in a silly questions.
Right.
Like one particular question is there, they did not read complete only, and because it was just a 4 options, so
Right.
they tick the whatever that they got to know their mind, they just ticked it, but they didn't choose the much more better options.
Right.
So for even those who are very serious candidates,
Right.
the mistake lies in a simple questions rather
Right.
than the tough.
Right.
If it is very tough, they will leave it.
Right.
If it is moderate, they will attempt it.
Right.
Knowledge, they have it.
Right.
But the silly mistakes which they have tense continuously,
Right.
so in that cases, they should choose the elimination, especially where the direct question has been given.
Right.
They should always choose the, we call as elimination pathway.
Right.
In this, you rate the questions. Maybe you have done the mistake of reading the correct to incorrect,
Right.
or you did not know how many options to be correct.
Right.
So in all these particular format, read all the options very properly.
Right.
One among them is a correct,
Right.
but remaining 3 you should put it the cross mark that
Right.
yes, this is the correct, the second one is incorrect, third one is also incorrect, and fourth one is also incorrect. In that cases, your silly mistakes will reduce,
Right.
and what you got to know answer versus what is answer, both will match to you.
Right.
Otherwise, if we directly read the questions, and it will become silly mistake.
Right. And the next question is, student also tend to feel sometimes looking at a particular question is going to take a lot of time, very specifically when it comes to botany. Whether they see in big statement based questions or anything like that, and they have very limited duration to solve biology. So in that instances, what exactly they have to do?
I just say that every child have a different way of attempting the paper,
Right.
and everyone should use their own strategy and what they want to, what the way they want to attempt in a final exam. They should start practicing the same way 1 month before itself only. And we as a teacher always suggest them that they should attempt the paper in a 2 rounds.
Right.
So botany questions are lengthier one. It may be even in the chemistry part, it may be in any subject.
Right.
So when first of all you go through the chapter of a botany and zoology, then once you have seen that the paper is lengthy, then you should change your strategy that no, if I'll take too much time here, maybe I won't get time later into the physics
Right.
or chemistry,
Right.
and maybe the physics may be easy.
Right.
So it's better that after seeing that botany is very lengthy, you just keep yourself calm
Right.
and go for the second strategy
Right.
that I'll attempt the chemistry,
Right.
physics,
Right.
and the simple question of botany. I'll finish it
Right.
here, and I'll come in a second round,
Right.
and there I'll attempt those.
Right. And biology is considered as a booster subject if they have to go in for a medical college. Precisely, if I have to talk about a very good reputed medical college if they are planning in for. So, how exactly to score 360 out of 360 in biology?
I personally say that you will get 360 out of 360 in case if you are able to interconnect the topics. Like if we talk one particular example, like any autoimmune disorder. So autoimmune disorders will have 2 topics.
Right.
One topic of a 12th class where we talk about antibodies and all, and one topic will be from the 11th class, human physiology. So which organ of your body they are attacking? So what is the like if any that particular organ is secreting something, so what will be the hyposecretion of that. So it's a multiple like connections are there. One side you have one particular, like we can say, disorder which you have to understand, and the second side you have to understand that because of that what is going to happen.
Right.
So if we connect so much of topics together, and we call as a khichdi, like we'll make it everything as a one khichdi, and if we can make it, then child will be able to attempt any questions. And I think that is a the perfect answer of getting the 360 out of 360.
Right. So according to you, is mock analysis is more crucial, or just writing the mock test and finding the result and leaving it aside?
It is like general day life, like we someone told that you go and watch one movie.
Right.
We just went, we saw the movie, and at the end when we came out, no one asked that how it was,
Okay.
and neither we did analysis of that.
Right.
Like that, if you 1 month also you will see these type of movies, and at the end again you will not be in a conclusion mode that what it was. If you say precisely that writing mock test is at most important, but I think analysis is very very important then as compared to that.
Right.
If we do not do analysis over our mistake,
Right.
then no need of writing multiple exams,
Right.
because like today you wrote one exam and you just throw the paper
Right.
and went home and slept.
Right.
Next day again you took one paper. So where it goes?
Right.
It's better write alternative days as per your convenience, but in that paper what you did wrong, sit with your teacher,
Right.
analyze the like what are the mistakes you have done, write those subtopic name, go through those subtopic, and then when next time you again write the exam, you be precise that from those topic when the questions came, this time I have attempted properly.
Right.
So I preferably suggest that mock test analysis is always preferable as compared to writing more number of mock test.
Okay. And also, when we were talking about analysis, I tend to get a lot of questions from students asking about what are the type of errors that you can see basically in biology.
Biology, generally the most common mistake which a sincere child do is of the silly mistakes.
Right.
They do not read the question properly. Like as Mahesh sir says, as our directors of Brajesh Maheshwari says that the answer of a question lies in a question itself only. But the thing is, we do not read the question itself only properly.
Right.
Like being some child who have done more than 5,000, 7,000 questions,
Right.
and after that he did not read the correct and incorrect properly.
Right.
So that where it goes. Other type of is there some childs get they are not able to differentiate the assertion reason, especially is it the correct explanation of that or not.
Right.
And then if they do not have a proper we can say is like they have not remembered the properly examples, then they will do mistake with respect to matching between the
Right,
column 1 to
right,
column
right,
2.
right.
So these and most silly again mistake which the child do is that they read theory a lot,
Right.
but they do not see the diagram or the flow chart of NCERT very properly.
Right.
So when the questions come from there, we have to do marking over that, and there we get stuck.
Right.
So that part the child have to take very seriously, because there are some diagrams are there which is very complex,
Right.
and which we generally either show it through the like presentations, or we make it one time, but child do not repeat it in terms
Right.
of making again.
Right.
So those we have to be very careful about that, what and all the points has been given into that.
Right. And also when it comes to too many technical terms like or medical terms, students tend to feel like they might forget it. So when it comes to specifically, if I take examples of morphology in flowering plants examples or animal kingdom examples, they find it really tough to remember all those things. So how exactly to revise those things?
For that, I says that they have a dream of becoming a doctor.
Okay.
So if they says that I read complete medical physiology, at the end I won't remember the drug's name.
Right.
So that is not going to happen.
Right.
They have to remember, like if you have to treat some particular patients, you have to be useful to the human life.
Right.
Then you have, it's a combination of concepts plus some points which you have to like remember. So wherever these points are there, obviously you have to take it seriously, you have to go through that, but try to mix it with the, again I say that try to mix it with the concept,
Right.
so that multiple time you'll read concept, multiple time the same word will come, and then thoroughly it will become part of your life.
So, if you have to give one piece of suggestion or an advice to a student who is aspiring to become a medical doctor, so what would that be exactly?
I would like to say that there is no substitute to hard work. Any child sincerely preparing with his own aspirations, with all his own dreams, will surely reach to his target, his dream. And if somewhere they get lagged also, we at Allen will try that we provide them all the other opportunities, so that the child should become successful in their career. We, as we says that once Allenite, always Allenite. So like similar to me, like I could not get select into medical in 2007, but now I am working in Allen. So similarly, if any child is sincerely working, surely he will be placed in good colleges, good medical colleges, or various other opportunities.
Right. So, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
insightful and honest conversation. And I believe that students would have got a clear perspective about NEET preparation, and also they would have understood how exactly to read the NCERT in the right way. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure that the aspirants who are listening to today's episode would have definitely learned something valuable from here. Whether it's learning NCERT the right way, or analyzing the mock test, or handling pressure better. So, to all the listeners, remember, success in biology is not about studying everything. It's about revising the right way consistently. This is Candid Talks with Mentors. I'm Caroline Green Samuel. I'll be meeting back again in another episode with an insightful conversation and an inspiring mentor as well. Stay tuned, stay focused, and keep learning. Thank you so much for watching. I'll meet you back again in another video. Thank you, everyone.